Hello and welcome to this hard techno beat tutorial. Here I'm going to show you how to make that hard techno gallop, as it's called, the hard techno pump-in sub bass made from the kick drum, which you can hear here. I'll probably go through the other bits as well, but this is the main bit. I get asked a lot about it, how to make it, and it's really easy. It's made from copying the kick drum. So yeah, let's get into it. You can get the kick drums I've used, actually. They're in the description below. It's a free sample pack, so yeah, go and get that. And yeah, please like and subscribe as well when you're there. It really helps us out. Cheers. So yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, let me turn off some of this processing. First of all, you're going to start with a kick. Simple 90944 kick. That's the drum pattern. 145 BPM. A little bit of processing, compressor, drum bus, EQ. And then I want to distort it, but what I want to do is right click on it and click group, and then I want to add the distortion at the group level, and that'll make the sense in a minute. So I'm just going to add here amp, drum bus and another amp, but you can get into, you can spend ages mixing it, and you should get it exactly how you want it. But yeah, you can add distortion here, and the reason we're adding it at group level is because when I add the sub bass in, I'm going to add that to the same group, so the kick and the sub bass really mesh well together and they're processed exactly the same. So you want the kick to be designed through the group, and then you're going to design the sub bass through the same processing, so they all sound good together and as a whole. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, then what you do is you right click on the kick and you copy it, you duplicate the channel, and then you give it this MIDI pattern to start with. There's all sorts of other MIDI patterns you can do, and you can, up here you can add swing, which is really nice, but for now it's just, we're going to leave it fairly normal, and it should sound like this. Just switch all the effects off. I'll group them and switch them off. And yeah, it should sound like this. Sorry. It's the same kick drum, just absolutely, that's why it's called a gallop. It's just absolutely galloping along. So yeah, then you want to filter it. I do that, and I really like sampler. You can distort it in sampler as well. So you want to filter it down to taste, but you want a bit of the punch of the kick, but not as much. And then at that point, I would probably set up. I'm going to switch all these off. A delay. So yeah, so then at that point you're going to add a delay, and it's going to be a bit too much. You can make it so it's just too much, and you want to make it a little bit too much, because now you're going to compress it, or you're going to sidechain it with the compressor, which is going to bring it down a bit and make it pump as well, which is important in rhythmically. So it's delaying rhythmically. You can use lots of different delay settings as well. You can experiment with these and experiment with the delay settings, and you should do. But yeah, for now we'll do it on 3, so it's nice and rhythmic, a bit too much, and then we sidechain it to this kick, to the first kick, and you can see it's quite aggressive compression settings, and what that's doing is it's made the delay massive and caused like quite a bit of a mess almost in the low end, but then it's turning it down for every time the kick drum kicks. So there's a big subby mess, but only when the kick drum isn't playing. If I switch the kick drum off and switch it back on, you can hear it, that the pumping starts. So you've got this nice pumping, rhythmic delay, then a nice pumping, and then you want to distort it. And again, it's going through these 3 distortions already from the group. And then really from here on in you can just tweak it, and it's like mixing paint, to be honest. You can go anywhere you want. You can tweak the delay, you can spend ages doing it, but I'm just going to give it a bit of distortion for now. And you can go, like I said, like too much. And also if you go too much, sometimes that's good, and then you just bring it down again with like a filter, and distort it again. And you can mix it. You can spend ages getting it nice and right. I'm going to leave it like that for now. You can even delay it again, which I did there, but I'm not going to do that for now. And yeah, that is it. So you've got this nice pumping bass and the kick and a group processing, so that they're all processed the same. Yeah, and then you can go back and tweak it. You can tweak the group and tweak these individually, and spend ages doing it. And to be honest as well, if you do it too much, you'll come back and after a break and be like, oh yeah, that was too much. But you kind of want to do that and keep saving copies, and then when you find something that's nice and right, leave it there. So yeah, that's it. It's really simple. It's just that MIDI pattern, filtered down, copy of the kick, delayed, compressed so it pumps, so it's the delays pumping, the compress is pumping and keeping it tidy, and then distortion to taste. And yeah, and then I've added here, I've added some hi-hats and a big clap. It's quite a nice clap. It's just a huge reverb. Oh yeah, here as well, if you add in other percussion, it's a good idea to copy the delay. I've just got exactly the same delay that I used on the Gallop, the sub bass, and I've copied it over. For some reason they're frozen, and I've copied over the same delay, so the hi-hats and the sub bass are all pumping. And if I use any delay in this track, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to copy the same delay, so it's all pumping the same. If that makes sense. And yeah, I've added a pulse width modulation, fairly simple lead, which is fairly insignificant, but that's it. So yeah, that's it. That is how you do it. But like I said, you can process this. You have long processing chains and really enjoy mixing it. It's quite fun to mix these kind of things. So yeah, that's it. Go and get the samples in the description below, and I'll leave some others there, and I'll link to like the kick processing videos and stuff I've done as well. And yeah, have a look at them. And yeah, please leave us a comment and subscribe, like I said. And yeah, good luck with your music making. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Goodbye.